We Have You, a personal favorite film of mine. It's a very early film I saw, kind of in my, journey to really start into appreciate film as like an art form. Under the Skin, directed by Jonathan Glazer, who's more of a music video guy. His most famously, at least for me, he's made the music video for Radiohead's Karma Police, which is very interesting. But other films of his include like Sexy Beast or Birth. I don't think he's made anything recently, but who knows? Maybe he has something in the works. But anyways, this is a science fiction film starring Scarlett Johansson as an alien going around taking men and eating them. I guess it's very abstract with or at least to me, it doesn't hold your hand. That's the way I like to kind of explain this film. I believe in it. It's an A24 film. I do quite enjoy it. Well, first off, the first thing you hear is the score. The score is amazing. It's just so dreary and tension filled. It does what any good like horror score should do, which I think if this film was maybe I think if that score was in a more conventional horror film, people would be talking about it more. But I think it gets brought up a good amount. And obviously, there's a lot to kind of say about what this film means. That could be its own video in itself. What I do like is all just the little vignettes that go on. There's a scene at a beach cliffside that everyone who's watched the film will tell you is like very haunting, and it is. Other than that, I think one that sticks out to me is one where she falls. Well, I'll spoil it right now. I guess it's not really spoiler. It's kind of explained in the beginning, but it's basically like an alien abduction kind of thing going on. Because you really, I mean, at least for me, I don't know what's going on. I didn't know that there was twist here was eventually this creature, this alien. She's literally just credited as the female. Eventually kind of starts to reject going out and killing all these men. She goes off into the countryside where a lot of stuff happens. This is kind of the second half. I will stop there because going any further, I don't want this to just be like a plot by plot recap of the film. But yes, great stuff all around. It's a film where you'll have your own interpretation at the end, and then you could go online and read other people's interpretations. It's based off a book. But if I'll ever feel like reading this book, because I really do, I think I'll share my interpretation another time. But I don't know, something about having a book and it being telling you this is what this means or whatever. It's like with 2001, although I don't know, that book and the film were made around the same time, so how much they have in common really. But yeah, this is a lot like a modern 2001, I would say. It's already 10 years old, and I think it's a certified sci-fi horror classic. Give it a watch it late at night. It's gonna scare you, and then after a while you can be like, what? Then I think you'll probably think it over and be like, you know what, that was a lot better than I think it. First time watching it, I didn't really like it. Second time, I liked the score. Then third time, I picked up more on the way it was filmed, some of the interesting stuff. Scarlett Johansson actually went around on in some van, I think in Glasgow. That's where the film takes place. It takes place in Scotland. And the scenes where she's just talking to random strangers on the street are real, real documentary kind of stuff. On rewatches, I just grew to love it. And now I would consider it one of my favorite sci-fi films. So yes, I hope you go watch it and it becomes one of yours.